Say hi. Say hi, everybody.
Say welcome to our channel.
This is our first. Hey, this is our first video. We're gonna do questions with mommy and daddy.
Yay! Can you give mommy a kiss? Good daddy kiss. Okay, give mommy a kiss. I'm Lizzie.
I'm Troy.
So we're new to the whole YouTube channel. So for our first video, we are going to do a questions and answers to help you guys get to know us a little bit better.
It's pretty good.
So for the first question, we got quite a few responses for this one, and it's asking how we met.
Well, I was a stalker.
And he stalked me on Facebook.
Yes, Facebook.
That was the basis.
Yeah, we found her on Instagram, but I got more off of Facebook. I just saw how good of a mom she was to her daughter, and I really wanted that for mine. So I found an opportunity to go meet her.
So I made a post, and I was going through some of Haley's old clothes, wanting to give them away to somebody else, and Troy ended up commenting on it, saying that he could use them. So it's kind of funny that our family started by our girls bringing us together.
Yes.
It's kind of ironic.
So with that answer, we kind of answered our second question, which was who was interested in who first. Technically, that was me, being that I stalked her. But,
well, I was an undercover stalker too, so...
Yeah, our interest kind of kicked off right at the same time. Third question is, what's it like having all girls?
Chaos.
Didn't change it for anything. I love having my little princesses and making sure they're all taken care of and happy.
Girl mom life is the best life. Drama, the attitude. I am pretty equipped, I think, to help them through like the tough stages of life because, I've been there. I was a girl once, so it's easy to relate to them and help them work through it. But they're so much fun. They really are. They're all so different and unique in their own ways that it keeps things interesting and keeps us on our toes. The fourth question is asking, what's your schedule with the girls and their other parents? So right now they're on the same weekend schedule. So they're both with their other parents for the weekend. What is it? She goes with her dad every other weekend. And then like this weekend, Monday is a holiday. So she'll stay the extended day as part of like her weekend with her dad.
We have Aubrey every Tuesday and Thursday after school until about 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then every other weekend also. So they'll be here the same weekends, and then they go back with their other parents every other weekend.
Yeah. So it's nice. I mean, we have them together a lot, which was important to us. When we first got together, they were on opposite weekends, which worked for us at the time because when you're coming together as a blended family, it's, I think, most difficult on the kids because you go from, in their case, being only children, in our lives to coming together and like having a sibling. Like, what do you mean? So on those weekends where Haley would be with us and Aubrey would be with her other mom, it was good that Haley, had that one-on-one time, and then the same thing for Aubrey. Aubrey would have her one-on-one time with us, and then eventually we were able to talk with Haley's dad and get the weekend switched, so because it was hard when things would come up and we'd want to do things on the weekend, and felt bad because one wasn't able to be there.
Yeah.
So once we got past, that adjustment period of becoming a family and bringing our family together, it was definitely important for us to get the girls on the same schedule, at least weekends. And we were able to do that with ease. question, going right into it, is what's it like co-parenting with two different sets of parents?
It's like a corn maze.
It's stressful,
A lot of
honestly.
back and forth. Group message.
Yes. But I'd like to say, I'm really a big advocate for healthy co-parenting, because ultimately doing what's best for the children is number one for us. And we have definitely instilled that as like boundary lines. I think relatively, we finally gotten to a place where we co-parent with ease. We have group messages. So for Haley's dad, I have Haley's dad, his wife, and Troy and myself all in a group message. So anytime there's any kind of concerns or questions or announcements or anything going on, like relating to her life, school, anything, we all have one big group message. So there's no chance for miscommunication. Same thing for Aubrey's mom, her husband, and us. We also have a same group message.
Yeah, so it all works out pretty good. We came a long way with Aubrey's side, trying to match it to Haley's, how Haley's set family is, and we all work pretty good together.
Yeah.
Now, and so it is important, like Liz is saying, just because the stress on the child isn't, what it's about.
It's not worth it.
You don't think that they're affected, but when you step back, like Liz was saying, actually look at them and how they're acting and what they're feeling at the exchanges, or what they say, your house about the other house. It's it's really a hard hit to take, to realize that's what you're doing by arguing or not talking or not working together, or if they want to stay one night or go one night early, or whatever the case is.
Yeah, it definitely wears on them, and you can see it, and it affects their mood, school, their interests. They just shut down. So we both have court orders, but neither of us go by them. We have them to fall back on, in the case that like something crazy happens and we just don't agree on anything anymore, but we literally do what works for all of us. So anytime Aubrey wants to stay the night, whatever, we send her mom a text message and say, hey, Aubrey wants to stay the night, is it cool? Yeah, sure. They don't have anything going on, then Aubrey stays. I get up, take the kids to school, then we go on about the rest of our days, schedules, whatever. But it works out. Anytime they have something going on and it's on our weekend and they want, Aubrey to be included in something, they ask us, hey, can we grab her, for a couple hours this day? Yeah, sure. It doesn't have to be, like you see blasted all over social media where you have a high conflict baby mama or, baby daddy drama. It doesn't have to be that way, and I wish like more people would see that. The more people that love your kids is better. You can get along with them, agree to disagree on the tough times, and push through it and do better the next time, because ultimately all we're trying to do is raise happy, healthy kids and allowing them to be kids. So I think we do a pretty good job. We've come a really, really long way with co-parenting with two sets of parents. Although I will tell you straight up, it's stressful, especially around the holidays. It's really rough, because even still right now, we don't have the girls on the same Thanksgivings or the same Christmases, which like totally sucks, because, we don't celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day, and we haven't really since we've been together. We've been together 3 years now. We haven't had the girls on the same Christmas holiday.
Her husband do for work, that would be directed at Liz technically, but
yeah.
So, well, I'm in construction and a union iron worker, so anything structural, steel, architectural, anything metal, we install and work on. So, so to meet the schedule on that right now, I have to leave the house by 2:45 to meet up with my carpool partner that I work with. He's one of my foremans. I ride with him in the mornings now, so we take our turns driving, but I got to be at a certain spot at a certain time to meet with him, or he's gonna just, keep on going. So
yeah,
I leave by 2:30, 2:45, and get to the gas station that we meet at about 3:10, and then get to the job site, get an hour to sleep before we got started 5:30. So
It's
it's
rough.
it gets hectic, but joining the local the union and has done a good ton for our family. So it's it's
Yeah.
tough at times, but when I see what I have now versus what I had a couple of years ago, working just as hard, we came a long way,
Yeah.
and we're just gonna keep getting better. So
Yeah, there's a lot of growth in this career path that he's chosen to take on. Is there's always room to grow. There's always positions to be promoted to. There's a future for him in ironworking. I mean, whether he stays with the local he's with now, he could always switch out, branch out somewhere else. So there's a lot of options that he has, but we're definitely grateful for all the sacrifices that he makes and what he does for our family, because we definitely couldn't do it without him.
thank you. I try my best.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with where we're at now, and all the benefits are paid, and it's just a
Yeah.
safer work environment. I come from a shop that wasn't safe, and a lot of the safety equipment was tossed around and recycled between workers, and seeing how things are now, and how
They care about you.
considerate they are for us. It's on top of all the money and benefits and all the stuff that comes along with it. Being able to work and I'm coming home is important.
Yeah.
So
Especially when you have babies waiting for you. It's the cutest thing every time he comes home from work, though. Mackenzie, when she's home, knows Daddy's home. I'll tell her, Daddy's home, Daddy's home. She goes and waits at the door, and as soon as he runs through the door, hi Daddy, runs up and gives him the biggest hug and kiss.
Yes.
It makes it worth it, I feel like, for you.
After a long day and seeing my babies, all of them, it's all special. And Kenzie's always usually inside, and you can see her first, but I go to the backyard and the girls are on the trampoline or coloring, and they come down and give me love, and I know that long day was worth it. So
Yeah.
I love all of them.
We love what Daddy does for our family. The last question before we head out is, do you plan to have more children, and if so, how many? It's definitely a conversation being had. We just haven't decided when yet.
It would be nice if you can know what it's going to be.
We're actually bouncing back and forth with the idea that if we do get pregnant again, we want it to be a surprise. Maybe it'll be our last. We don't know. I know for sure it's being talked about, because when Haley and Aubrey are with their other parents and we have Kenzie here, like, she gets really lonely, and she doesn't have her sisters, to play with, chase around, piss off by taking their toys, so we definitely don't want a big age gap between the two of them, but right now where we're at, we're not quite ready, but it's definitely on the horizon. So
it's in her cards for sure. Like she said, we don't want her to be lonely, and she plays with us, but at the same time, it's not a sibling that you can go in the backyard and play with like the other two do. And,
yeah, it's not the same.
We do want a boy.
Of course.
And if not, then that's okay. But we do plan. If that doesn't work out, down the road, adopting. We'd like to help at least one kid.
Yeah.
So that, that's important to me. So growing up and not having both my parents and bouncing around, I can't imagine how bad they have it. So
Right.
it'd be important to me to at least adopt one kid and see what we can do to maybe do two. It just depends on kind of how.
Or even fostering. I mean, we've explored the options. We've definitely talked about it, because here we are. We have been incredibly blessed with beautiful, healthy children, and the thought of bringing more children into the world, when there's so many unfortunate kids out there that don't have parents, or are given up. We'd love to be able to bless those children with a family. Say we have another girl, and which is totally okay. Kids are a blessing no matter what. But we've definitely talked about possibly adopting a little boy if our next baby ends up being another girl. So yeah, definitely we'll have more children. The more the merrier.
Yeah, one way or another we'll have a circus going on. But
Yes.
we've been so blessed with everything, and I feel like we need to pass it on because
Yeah.
everybody deserves a chance. And for young
Definitely.
kids like that who have no responsibility, or none of it's their fault.
Right.
That's not fair.
They didn't ask for it.
They failed before they had the chance to succeed. So
Yeah.
I want to be, I want us to have a good good say in their outcome.
Yeah.
It's
To be able to help them
Yeah.
and give them a home, give them loving parents, siblings, a chance to have a future.
Yeah.
So I love that about you too. I had never really even considered that before I had met him, but that's definitely one of the millions of reasons why I love him so much, is because you have such a big heart. That's it for tonight. We're gonna wrap it up here. It's late. Troy's gotta get in bed. So hopefully you liked our video. Wasn't too long or whatever.
To start.
Yes, for our first video. So go ahead and subscribe, like, share it, whatever. Give us some feedback. Feedback is always welcome.
Any other questions?
Yes,
Any
for our next
suggestions?
video.
Any of it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.